The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
What?
The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down.
Yeah, we sat on that. We picked under. We know you ain't going deep.
Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that is not the start this offense wanted.
Trying to play it safe.
Trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running a screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Always leave somebody
Pays
open.
off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the
Dude,
Scarlet
don't
Knights
push him
will
for a
move the
first
sticks for the
down.
first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The Scarlet Knights are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll try the run. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful.
Oh, that's a hold.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Well, listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well stick with him. Powers through the defender.
Oh, that was a Jennifer Snicker.
One to the 32.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3. They get to the line quickly. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Hand off from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grab behind the line. It's held. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Unleashes one. Got his man to the left. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down.
Yeah, 3-3 high.
Give to the running back. Pick up a run. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. complete. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
Yes, sir. We knew you were going safe.
And that one looked great on the grease board.
Way to fight through it.
Blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run upfield, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping them on third down.
Damn, Duluth.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds.
You could have returned that.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Dude, how you false starting at home?
Offense getting set for first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
He's looking to throw it. Quarterback adapting. Got a man. It's Helms.
Let's go, Helms.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Threw it too late.
Big pickup goes out of bounds, but there
I mashed the button 2 days ago.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Oh, my.
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Now on
Saw him
2nd
sitting
down.
there. We got a corner.
Quarterback reacting
This
to
may
what
be
the
open.
D is showing. Looking to throw it again.
Got him. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Yes, sir.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. TCU is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 28 over Houston. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll give it to the back.
Let's go, Simonette.
He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. At the 40,
Ooh, come on, man. That's so much make-believe.
Touchdown, Rutgers. He would not be denied.
Number 20 in the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that,
It wasn't a bad defense.
Every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, you better
Well, he
get.
made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play on it.
And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
Oh, shoulder.
Those RPOs can confuse the defense, can cause a little bit of hesitation, and that hesitation was just enough. Hand it off, get the first down on third down.
The Wolverines are flying down the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got
Blitz
it
that
at
corner.
34. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Oh, speed ball.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I tried to push X.
Right into the teeth of double coverage. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play,
Oh,
what's happening right now?
that pisses me off.
Up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this
Gotta
game.
read that field quicker.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the handoff.
No, sir.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away.
Duluth.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big
Freaking
play.
idiot. We got all that green grass.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to
Oh,
make sure
man.
you get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say
Freaking
this. The
stupid,
conversation on the
man.
sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Oh, that pisses me off.
2nd down
It's
coming
2
up.
times.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is
gonna give us that.
This will
We
be a
will
big key
take
in
it.
the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to move it through the air.
Freak. That's my fault.
Defense made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return.
I threw it behind him.
Letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job.
That's on me.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
I'm going to take it in halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Buys a little time. Sails one into the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it off.
We can return a punt.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Coleman.
It's just about eliminating mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take
how do you
like
drop that?
Might as well hang on to the ball.
Playing sloppy.
After the misfire, now on second down. They move the tight end all over. Back to the ground game on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. It's reverse. And he'll find enough running.
Boy, that was perfect.
Midfield at the 49.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with
God.
discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because
They
if he
lucky they do
outflanks
letting the
you,
computer
he can take
tackle.
it to the distance.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Quarterback checking the play.
Oof.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle, it's held. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the sticks, setting up 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And now we see on 4th down, people are so comfortable going for it, especially around midfield like this. Find a play you know you like, short yardage situation, one you practiced all week. Go out, execute it. Nice job getting the 1st down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in a hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Leaves it with the back.
Let's try to run commit.
After the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Long drive
it's
continues
touchdown.
as the offense keeps working the ball
D,
down
you
the
know it's
field.
coming.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
You lucky. Play zone.
Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's
Ready
weird.
for refield.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Quick hitting end around.
Got him this time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Come on, fellas, we got to win homecoming.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be.
Don't have to put it in the air.
Sails out of the back of the end zone.
Stick to his script right now.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel
Good
that
job,
a little bit
Cinnamon.
If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the tailback.
Yeah, we had reinforcements back there. That's why I baited it.
They'll mark it at the 32. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Now adjusting. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, going to the air. And
He picked inside, still almost caught it.
Snake eyes.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop.
I don't know how you don't jump that, dude.
Second half to build on your 2 possessions.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They go to the counter. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's go.
What was that?
14.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, and gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things.
Good block.
They got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UCF found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Knights football today. Those folks in Orlando won't remember this one forever. But they will remember it was a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Oh, that's a pick!
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll run for it on 3rd.
Oh, they slowed my linebacker down. I saw it. They slowed my linebacker down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the
See ya.
running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Rutgers, 14.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Take this one away.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move.
Oh, he should be dead.
There forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. Gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down.
Oh, he got me turned around.
To the outside, he dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. They'll throw it on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
He can't deal with that blitz. Taking too long to read the field.
Trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Heaves it deep.
What was that?
This is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead.
Helms,
They're on
Helms.
1st down, taking a
Go
shot.
catch it at the
Ball's
20.
incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Told you.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Love you, pretty girl.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They
wanted to
stop
throw
him
it.
short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He looks that one in nicely. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep
This quarterback scared straight.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Power football with the run. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's in.
I'm about to say, he let him catch that.
4th down is to no avail.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do it.
Why is Sand still in?
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
We're gonna start run committing. It's about to burn you right here. Gonna pull out of this play action.
The Wolverines are in the red zone.
It helms.
They'll run play action. Fires toward the end zone.
Ah!
And he was trying to pay off his opportunity, but it's incomplete. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Wide out in motion. The give to the back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Let's it go to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Scrambling away. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big
I
loss.
thought the backup was
And
in.
on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Too predictable.
Right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's his fourth interception of the game. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They want that clock to run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Trying to barge their way in.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to.
I don't even know where he was throwing that.
They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
They add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Please roll backwards. Oh.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. See it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man,